It's the attack of the show.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I'm playing with Xho Cai, Flickering Talon. This is an alchemy-only commander that is 3 mana, a 2/3, flying, vigilance, haste, and it has a Flickering ability. Whenever you cast your second spell in a turn, you get to exile and return a creature you control to play, which means that it can exile itself to get additional benefits for its own enter to battlefield, which is discounting your next non-creature spell, or you can use it to blink any of the other great spells in Jeskai colors, whether it's dealing direct damage to things with Overlorded of Boiler Bilges or Flage, maybe bouncing things into your opponent's hands, or permanently exiling them with the Polymorphist or the Skyclave Apparition, tutoring for things, destroying things, or just getting some card draw off a Dowerport Mage, or any of the other things. You can do so much with Blink in these colors. And more than just the average Azorius Blink deck, you can also move a little bit of spell slinging in here, because you want to cast 2 spells in a turn, and you can do this on either player's turn. You can use all of the things that recast a spell from your graveyard, like Snapcaster or Shiko, to easily get your second spell to trigger Flurry. This deck is fun, it's got a lot of tempo to it, and it's got a lot of room for you to put in your favorite creatures to blink or non-creature spells to discount. So let's take Xho Cai into the queue and show them who's boss. Narset Transcendent wipes the board, and then takes an extra turn, and then takes another extra turn. She is control all the time, very, very much so. And because I know they're going to be playing lots of non-creature spells, I want to start with the non-creature hater, Esper Sentinel. Esper Sentinel's great because it costs 1 mana. It's an easy way to trigger Xho Cai. It also could draw some cards. Boop. Hit for 1. Yeah, this Narset is typically just a strong Azorius control commander. My deck is, I think, okay against Azorius control. Not too nuts. I have a little bit of, like, counter-on-counter spells. I've got blinks to, you know, dodge some things. But I mostly have, not the delayed blinks, which aren't quite as good. Alright, Phelia flashing out. If they have removal for her, they might use it now. They did not. No need to go for Xho Cai. I could play Xho Cai to try to hold the memory lapse, but I don't think she'll resolve. Okay. Bigger dog versus more Espery Sentinels here. Bigger dog. What do y'all think? Board wipe this turn? Or do you think they'll wait? So notably, Narset gets a ton of loyalty. Like a stupid amount of loyalty. Like, I don't understand, why does the card have this much loyalty? But that's okay, because all I need is another red source, and then Fury can maybe take her out with a bit of a blink. Unless it is just removal this turn. Hey, do you pay the 1? They did not. Why didn't you pay the 1? Is that an Archmage's Charm? Do you have Archmage's Charm? Are you going to steal this? Oh, no, it's Narset to prevent extra card draw. Other Narset. 3 mana Narset. Not 4 mana Narset. And not other 4 mana Narset. That one's Jeskai colors. She can't go in there. You know, they have a disdainful stroke, and I have some, I hate to say this, but strokeable cards in hand. They shocked that in. Unable to scream. Do you pay the 1? No. Okay. Xho Cai's unable to scream. But Xho Cai is able to be blinked. Whoosh. Ta-da! Freebird! Playing Circuit Mender. Swinging in for 4. I now have Fury active. Okay, Lorraine revealed. Xho Cai's cool. Also very strong. Ooh, do you pay the 1? That's cool. Put that back on top of your deck. Thanks. Tempo. And now that they can't cast that disdainful stroke, we'll do the time warp. Wait, do you want to finish things? If they have some way to stop it, I can actually blink it by get losting my own stuff. Nope. We're good. GG, Narset. Alesha who laughs at fate, and us who will laugh at Alesha. We remove her raid ability so she can no longer reanimate things at the end of their turn. Alesha's great, usually doing a little bit of symmetrical sacrifice, things that enter the battlefield, make your opponent discard, get you some sort of advantage, or maybe they do something on death so you can kill them and bring them back. Gas guzzler. Yeah, there's a way to sacrifice things, get them in your graveyard. Yeah, they'll need to have attackers, too. A chittering skull speaker. She jiggles and gets them a card. They have started their engines and gotten to a speed of 2. And here's Phelia. Phelia is also a sweet little blink engine for us. The little puppy who could. And I'm going to exile this chittering whatever the heck. Well, I guess I could have done this in the other order to keep Phelia alive. Yeah, I should have done it in the other order. Hit the gas guzzler first. Since now they're able to kill Phelia. I'm fine with it, though. Boop. More exiling removal for me. Somebody chat is mentioning that the Theros Beyond Death story is going to be adapted into a comic. So it was never actually released. After the backlash of the War of the Sparks story, they never published the Theros story, saying that it didn't meet whatever standards of quality they had. So, yeah, I guess we'll be seeing the story for the first time ever, which is kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. I'm considering doing the flicker, but it's not that much value here. It's better for me to do it on their turn after Alesha comes out. Yes, they did release the novellas for Eldraine and Ikoria, but something about Theros Beyond Death never met their quality standards, so we've never seen the story. Okay. Fury taking out Xho Cai. R.I.P. my beautiful bird. Beep, beep. And here comes Alesha. And there goes Alesha. Let's drop Loran. I mean, they just showed this. Let me look at what else is in my graveyard. Yeah, I got other good things for Shiko. I wish I had like a 1-mana blink there. I could have used it at instant speed. But if I did, like, I would have bolted that in. Cool collar, though. Ooh, a land. Get myself another red, white, or blue. Nice. Cool, going for Jadar. makes zombies. Shiko lets me exile something. Since I can bring back the Skyclave apparition. Clonecrafter just lets me steal. And I'm also into that. Kind of like getting the Phelia over Skyclave here. Based on the cards that are in the graveyard. Like, they bring back a Cursed Marauder. I sacrificed Solemn Simulacrum and I'm happy about it. Aw, dang, they killed the Shiko, though. That's alright. Check out my cool dog. My token copy of Phelia. Yeah, I was hoping I would get to blink Shiko next turn using Xho Cai. Didn't happen. Or with the Phelia. Ooh, booties! Why does the token have this border on it? Because it's legendary. The art being stretched out weird is because it was not meant to be a token. And in we swing. Blinking the Solemn Simulacrum. If I wanted to maximize blink value, I could actually use the Patriarch's Humiliation here, but there's no good target for it, so I'm going to hold it. Like, I could blink this to get another land. I'm going to hold it, though, for Alesha, because I would say that Alesha is the #1 problem here. Cool, they attack with the 1/1. I'll block with the Simulacrum. Alesha comes out, but they will not make it to end step, so she won't trigger. No rage. She also doesn't have any abilities. And the lockout is secured. GG, Alesha. Emperor Apatzec Intli, the 4th. If they cast a spell and it has a power of 4 or greater, they're going to be getting a hasty creature. Toughness of 4 or greater, they'll be gaining 4 life. And a mana value 4 or greater, they'll get another creature in their hand. Usually it's ramp, Apatzec, and big creatures. Those gaining them life, getting them haste, and getting them more stuff is kind of nuts, though. It's like value on value on value. And they even got turn 1 ramp, Utopia Sprawl, so they can possibly get out Emperor Apatzec next turn. At least I have Solitude. Yeah, I will use the Solitude here. And I'm going to grab my Reflector Mage and exile that, because I think that it against this deck is not going to be that useful. Bye, Solitude! I could go for a Johnny or Clone Crafter. I think a Johnny's good. When I blink him, he makes more cats. If the cats die, a Johnny transforms. And if we have something like Xho Cai out, I don't have that many red permanents in my deck, but if we have Xho Cai out, he can deal some serious damage. This card is kind of silly because it really is like, oh yeah, well you can't block the two ones, because if you do, it transforms. Hi, Ansrag. I will offer you a trade in these trying times. Cool, they're not into it. I'm going to exile it. I could also, like, try to Iganjo it, but I feel there's a chance they're able to make it indestructible, and I don't really want to risk that. Grab the Steam Vents. Use this Polymorphist. This will give them another creature in hand, but Polymorphist is a great, repeatable way for me to exile their creatures. They'll always get another creature, unless their deck is out of creatures, but they have to cast it again. So, really just kind of sets them back a turn. Into the north. I can also Patriarch's Humiliation, I believe, my own cat if I really, really want to. And here I am thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Especially because I can Patriarch's Humiliate this. On this trigger here, I can blink a Johnny first. He'll leave, re-enter, get me another cat, and then transform. Joker, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Check out these pretty, pretty kitties. Make a cat, or damage to face. Once upon a time in Blink decks, I ran things like the 1/1 human that came with another 1/1 human soldier. I'm you, but better. But you can only run this if you have red in a color identity. Mono white decks, yeah, you can keep your little guys. As for us, we're throwing cats. GG. Nadu, Winged Wisdom. If it gets targeted, or any of your creatures get targeted, you reveal the top card of your deck, and if it is a land, it gets put into play. This hand would be a lot better if I actually had blue mana, so I'm going to throw it back, and... Oh, okay, I got blue mana this time, but more importantly, monkey. Start with this River Pyre Verge. And let loose with Ragavan. 1-drops are really nice in this deck for triggering Xho Cai. Ragavan's good because it gives me a potential turn 2 Xho Cai. Also, it's just like Dragavan. It makes mana. It steals spells. It's good. Oh, a goose? Oh my gosh, do I want to use my treasure for goose? For goosey business? I mean, like... Yes? I wouldn't be able to use this for it. Not really. No, I'm gonna Arcane Signet and hold up this Wash Away instead. I could have gone for like a Shock Land, use the treasure there, but I like getting at the Signet. I'm getting rid of Nadu. This is the alchemy nerfed version of Nadu that can only trigger twice a turn. Still a problem. Get rid of it? No problem. Marchesa, Dealer of Death. We're going to have to deal with her drawing a lot of cards. Actually, looking at the top 2 cards, putting one into hand and one into the graveyard. Whenever they pay 1 after committing a crime, which means targeting our stuff. Typically, Marchesa decks are either crime, not committing a crime decks, or they're crime as in committing a crime decks. Yeah, that's right. It's both of them. Because she is a really great enabler for stealing your opponent's stuff. But she's also just good for Grixis removal, for tempo, for counterspells, because all of those are crimes. Well, we don't need crimes. We just need cute little birds and sweet little puppies. Somebody's asking, did Marchesa get a new card in the Cowboy set? Yep, this is Yeehaw Marchesa. Queen of the Desert, I guess. I'm going to use the Stalwart Realm Warden to try to tax their next non-creature spell to hopefully slow them down a little. So that's a 3-mana Duress, but they still have 1 more. They can take the Essence Flux out of my hand, that's it. With Xho Cai, I don't have a double spell this turn. So I could either hold Spell Thief, I could play Xho Cai, I could draw a card off of Companion, I could just throw down the Circuit Mender. I think I will swing for 2. Play a sweet little puppy. And what could it be? It's a mystery. Yeah, she took a vacation, I guess. Maddening Hex. Oh my. Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, we roll d6, and it will deal damage to me. upon the roll. It's not going to reattach though. This is 1v1. Despite Xho Cai's ability, I'm not that heavy in non-creatures because I really wanted to blink stuff. A fiery impulse? Hold up, let me steal that. That'll deal some damage to me. Roland of Gan, thank you for the 42-month resub, getting yourself the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Yeah, Marchesa just, like, constantly gets you more card advantage by using removal. It's rough. Does this target? No. Only when you cast it. Bringing out Xho Cai. Make that fiery impulse cost less. It doesn't make a difference. Okay, power word kill. Let Marchesa's trigger resolve. Blink the Xho Cai with its own trigger. Get hit by Hex. It hit for 2, I think. Sink into stupor. Just holding this, ready to roll. Sadly, there's no way for me to, like, respond to the spell to stop the Marchesa from triggering. My spell thief, no. Do digital cards ever make it to paper later? Most digital-only cards are not designed to be possible, I guess. In paper is a good way to put it. But they have put a couple in mystery boosters, and they have recently put a couple cards that are more doable. Like Sagan. Don't mind me gaining some life back. Oh, kitten! I am smitten with this kitten. It's a good kitty. I'm running the kitty and the doggy, but I'm not running Fibblethip because it's not as good to target. Ooh, smelting. Sure. Thank you for more cards. Oh, snap. Okay. Have to wait until I have the white mana up. I don't need to go for Xho Cai here. But, like, it's free. No, I want to get rid of Marchesa. Use this later. Boop. Hex triggers. They gain a little life. Yeah, the things that recast spells from your graveyard are great because they get you both the triggers for Xho Cai. It's like you get the discount. Awesome. But also you get to blink something because you're casting 2 spells. Snapcaster, Torrential Gearhulk. They all work. And I've been mortarsed. Perpetual tags are able to be removed from your commander when it goes to the command zone. Yes, that has always been the case. I'm gonna make it unable to scream. That's okay. I'll just flicker it. What's on top of my deck? Oh, Reflector Mage. Love that guy. So I want to start with the Planar Incision. Yeah, whatever. Roll low. Okay, 6. Fine. Oh, a Spell Snare? Okay. Reflector Mage. Jace is the place. They stifled the trigger. Wow, okay, they really want to flip him. I want to flip him off. It's got to count for something. Put that in the graveyard, because it's not doing anything for me. There is no, they're not showing the dice roll for Maddening Hex. Usually there is a little dice rolling animation, and it shows you the number. In this case, I'm just seeing the number hit my face. Yeah, this is very much committing a crime, but not doing crime.
I love learning.
Oh, they missed out on a card draw. Well, this could be like a bolt or something. Nope, it's Reanimate. That'll gain them the life they lose right back. Okay, there we go. Get those flickers in place. Oh, it got turned into an artifact. Roll low. I'll put this back in my hand. I won't be able to cast it, or does it say creature's owner? Okay, yeah, so I'm the owner. Ephemerate would be helpful. I could either hit face or I could hit Jace. I'm gonna go for face. More maps. Make it bigger. More. Hi, Roll.
My genius is right.
Is there a 1 in 3 chance that the Ephemerate kills me? Depends on if I gain life first. Oh, speaking of killing, Brawl is going to hit them in the face because they failed their coin flip. Making my Reflector Mage shrink. That's committing a crime.
Where's the next puzzle?
So, like, do I want to risk Flickering Xho Cai so I have another attacker? Alright, so they did this before I declared attackers. I'm gonna go for the Flicker here. If it rolls a 4, 5, or 6, that's rough, buddy. Dang, it hit another 6. I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. GG, Marchesa. Phelia, Exuberant Shepherd, is a mono-white blink commander going up against all of the color blink. I only have 2 mana in this hand, but I could use that 2 mana for Spirited Companion. In no way would a dog cause violence to another dog. That's against the rules. So I'll play this as a land, Witch Enchanter. I have potential removal for Phelia, but Phelia does have flash, so she'll be coming down at instant speed. And here comes the Companion. That's not a land, sweetie. I needed a land. They'll be able to blink the brother token. Because this can blink either player's stuff, which is, by the way, very oppressive. Or they could just put him in exile. Save yourself the trouble of worrying about a Johnny and put him straight in hell. That's perfect. I'll take 2. Hi, one moment. That's not a land. I thought about actually hitting this, waiting till after they attack, but like, I don't want to risk it. Because this is something nasty blinkable, since it does enable like Xho Cai stuff. I could have also saved this Mox Amber to trigger Xho Cai to get a blink, but I don't think I'm going to be playing this so long as this is in play. There we go. There's a land. Do I want to try to bait them bringing out Phelia so I can kill it? Yes, I'm going to try. So here comes Spirited Companion. Do you want to blink out Phelia and block? Wandering Emperor. Ma'am? Do you make a samurai? I guess so. I could technically also exile that. But now I'm just thinking, yeah, I could tap this for mana, but there's not really a reason for me to. I'm just gonna, yeah, no Wandering Emperors, please and thank you, goodbye. Okay, nice. Something nasty about blinking the Wandering Emperor with Phelia is that you can activate it twice a turn. I take 4. How many cards are in my graveyard so far? 3? Cool. I'll catch up to mana one day. Don't worry, we'll get there. Stone Binders will grow as things get put into exile on their turn. Guide of Souls gets them more mana. They don't have enough mana for Phelia here. Shock that in. Go for Xho Cai. Even Interrupter. Ah, I shocked for nothing. Here I was thinking I was playing around a tithe. Wrong, I was playing around to nothing. Move my commander to the command zone? No. So Xho Cai lives in this place. Exile. Off to the side. I guess I'll block the Stonebinders, see if they blink something in response. Nope. Dog on dog violence. Here's Xho Cai. Okay. Here's Xho Cai. I've already cast 2 spells this turn, but that does give me access to these spells. So if they like blink Skyclave Apparition, I can dodge that removal. I've got Planar Incision or Momentary Blink. I think I want a bigger, badder, better Xho Cai. Sheltered by Ghosts, giving this +1/+0. And trying to remove this. In response, I guess I will... Planar Incision. They could still blink it with Phelia, but that's not as useful. They could blink this or that. One of the other things, though. And they'd still be able to take it out. But they would be losing Phelia in the process. I also don't know what's in their hand, though. Assume you blink... Okay, I was thinking Skyclave for a more permanent exile. Try to kill the Daug. Not an Iganju. Almost time for flying. And I'll let Xho Cai just stick in exile there. Ooh, some Maxen. This only has Ward 2, and I can pay Ward 2. I don't want to pay Ward 2, but I will pay Ward 2. Go to combat. Swing in with Xho Cai. I can blink this to take this out. I think that's worth, yeah, because I don't think I need the protection there. I will actually target you with this. Target you with that. I can save the Mox as just a gimme for next turn. And hit the Skyclave Apparition. Hitting the Guide of Souls is also a consideration. Since that way they're less likely to be able to buff something. Xho Cai be plotting? Xho Cai was plotted and is now free! Also, now I have Flage available and it doesn't cost me 6 mana. Nice dog. They play it on their turn. Probably so I can attack in and give, like, this a buff. Use up that energy. Make a flying thing. I sure only have 6 life left. It's fine. Don't mind me, just admiring my options here. Yeah, like trying to decide, do I want to drop this blink or not? I will. Dauntless Bodyguard. Chose Avid Interrupter. Okay. I don't get to gain life because the entire ability fizzles here. Flurry. Flickering Polymorphist. Taking that out. Yes, it does give them another thing. And I will exile the Throne Guard. I could hold it in hand, but I want to make sure I have this Spell Thief mana so I can steal whatever they were getting. Oh, whoops. I forgot Phelia's indestructible. I'll hit them with an oops. Oops. Oh. Never mind, they're good. They forgot to. We forgot! Two blink decks. Oh, one's got blue. A little bit more card advantage. They had 4 cards in hand. They also had a Phelia that cost like 8 mana. GG. Chandra, Awakened Inferno, is able to kill most things in my deck with a -3. It's also uncounterable, so I can't exactly stop it from landing with most of my spells. And she can burn you over time with that +2 ability. Sounds good to me. By good, I mean bad and scary. I'm going to bring out the Inspiring Vantage, just in case there's something I need to memory lapse here. I'll memory lapse a Mind Stone, because it sets them back on mana. Next turn, I could either bop this, or I could Oracle. I think I'd rather Oracle. Fill my deck with cheap spells, the Power 9 unleashed! There's that Mind Stone. Do they play a land? They might get a land off Mishra's research desk. Yep, there's one. Was that also just Steppy? No, Shield Breaker. If I had one more mana, I think I'd go for Xho Cai here. Ooh, a land. I could use a land. Loran? Smash that rock. Perfect. How many Power 9 can I stuff into one deck? When you're blinking Oracle of the Alpha, I think we could aim for like maybe the power... Oh no, I can't aim for the power 27 if they're all dead. Everything I know and love gone. I think they're using a research desk to get another land here. Okay, they did get one. Nothing for me to swords. I can still Xho Cai, though. And that lets me hold up any of these. The only thing I'd be blinking here is Xho Cai, though, which is not as good. Wait, you have a bolt? Wait, hold up. I'm ready for that. Make it bigger. Just use a natural blink here since it makes it bigger. Yeah, if there was something else for me to hit, that'd be cool too. But there isn't. They're gonna strike it rich. And again, they can play Chandra next turn. Salvation Swan is unable to blink things with flying. But that's okay. Because if they play this, and they minus to kill Xho Cai, I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I'm so ready. So they're going to -4. In response, Essence Flux. I wish I could use these two instead, but they don't have a creature. After Essence Fluxing, Fateful Absence on Chandra. Take her out. She'll cost 2 more. And win the game. Shiko, Paragon of the Way. Hey, that's another Jeskai commander. I have kind of awkward mana here because this will be... Either I play this, so I have this available, or I play this second. I'll have to bolt something in or get a basic blue in order to get some mana. So I am going to shock in the blue-white land. So I have all 3 colors, and I can draw a card, maybe another land. Land good. It's not a land. That's Talion's Throne Guard. That's just like a cool Venser Plus. Alright, Mind Stone. They're ramping. Shiko is also in this deck. Shiko's pretty great since it lets you cast a spell for free from your graveyard, as long as it costs 3 or less. And oftentimes those spells are blink spells, because then you can blink Shiko, do it again, get some extra value if it's something like Blur, and keep getting more stuff, more value. They can also use this paired with all of the strong 3 mana or less cards in Jeskai colors. Ooh, are they doing blink as well? Plundering Barbarian comes down, kills the Circuit Mender. Oh, but the Circuit Mender drew me a land. I love that. I'm really into that. Here is a Xho Cai. Do I want to get extra card draw this turn? Or hold up my Fragment Reality? I'm rolling Greed. So I'm going to make Xho Cai bigger. Blink the Kitten. Oh, apparently one of the people I was competing with at PAX East, their little brother just stopped in the chat. Maisie Lynn's little bro. Were you watching us play? Because if you were, that's cool. For anybody who doesn't know, I was in the Stream Stars event at PAX East. They put us on a stage, and apparently I beat somebody at Operation. Yes, the game with the tweezers and the buzzer. And I won money doing that. It was a good time. PAX East. Really fun convention. So they've got some card advantage. They have blue and colorless up, so they could have a counter spell. I could go for like a double spell with this and this because I can copy my own spells. Instead, I'm going to try to get an extra turn just so I can swing in again. Nerves of Steel. No, my hands were genuinely shaking during that. Elite Spellbinder, show me your secrets. Deputy, Hoffrey, Swords to Plowshares, Faithless Looting. Would their swords make it cost 3? Okay, I'll turn that into a random 2-drop. And blink the Elite Spellbinder. It's like, do I want to blink the cat, get more card draw, or do I want to mess with their hand more? The answer is yes. That's cool, though, that you went to see your sister playing. That's really cool. I could never get my brothers to come to a gaming tournament that I'm playing in. That's right. I got 2 brothers, and they both live in Boston, and they still don't go watch me play in tournaments. Probably because they're Magic the Gathering tournaments and they're not very interesting. But that's all right. They can still come by and, like, I don't know, high-five me and give me a snack. That's what I do for my friends in tournaments. Sounds like what a brother would do. Like brothers. I like that I turned their enchantment into a cute little kitty. From Mox, exiling Aether Channeler. So I have 5 mana. Oh, whoops. I was trying to cast Shiko there. I grabbed the wrong thing. I was too busy talking bad about my bro. That's okay. That's the world's saddest spell thief. Let's see if that bites me in the butt. No, I love my brothers. They're cool guys. Oh, I'm getting hoovered? Damn. That's a permanent exile, so if you have your commander under hovership, you have to put it back. Swords to Plowshares on the Spell Thief. Fair. What am I feeling here? Ooh, I'm 1 mana off of full cost bilging. Shiko, come on down! Cast 2 spells for me. I'll start by blinking Shiko to make bigger, better Shiko. And now with the fresh Shiko, Circuit Mender. Maybe I just got so, like, I don't know, scared when I saw their Shiko that I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I thought about Soulbinding their hand again, but I feel like I saw their hand enough. And now I have Big Shiko, and it has 6 toughness, so the hovership can't get rid of it. It's 5 or less. But they could still Swords to Plowshares it. Ooh, or they could get an orb. Looks to me like Prismari Command. They could destroy one of my artifacts. They could go for drawing, discarding. They could make treasures. My Mox! So they went for the draw and discard. Oh my god, they're doing the 3 blind mice thing. So if you use Shiko to copy a permanent from your graveyard, like I did, it makes a token copy, which if you make a token copy of 3 blind mice, it will copy itself, which will copy itself, which will copy itself, which will copy itself. Making token copies of 3 blind mice. It's funny. The thrills of the bilge. I don't want to draw. I'll throw this in here. See if they go for the hovership. I want to wait until they double block to use my various interaction here. What does my commander do? It blinks when you cast a second spell. Oh, never mind. They're doing this. Sure. I could have bargained that away, but I want to draw a card here. See what I get. Iganjo? That is not a spell. Talion's Throne Guard can hit my own stuff. Yes, it can. Okay, awesome. So I will put Shiko back into my hand, so it is not dealt 4 damage. I'll draw off the Circuit Bender. Oh, cool, Esper Sentinel. I'll just play that. Sweet. This reminds you of Kamaji. Yeah, with all the arms. The guy in the steam room in Spirited Away. I love that movie. Do you pay the 1? So they can recast any of these spells from their graveyard. Which will it be? Because they have a lot of great choices. Many of them are removal. I mentioned that 3 Blind Mice Turbo Loop. Aether Channeler. It can do Aether Channeler things. It looks like they're going for the 3 blind, 3 blind, 3 blind, 3 blind. Eventually it'll be 3 blind mice. See how they run. They're ephemerating. I think it's do it again. They're hovering. And shipping. Nice token copy of Hovership. They could even copy that. Yeah, this is a token, so I can't hit it. This is a token, so I can't hit it. 1 mana short on the Wandering Emperor. I can still bounce it, though. That would get rid of it forever. What's in my graveyard? Oh, Fragment Reality. I, like, need 1 more mana to do things with Xho Cai. Gee, go. Doo-doo. I wish to fragment the reality of Shiko. They'll still get to do this. What'd you get? Aw, Kieran! Put the kitty back in hand. I'll swing in with the Throne Guard. I kind of expect they won't trade. No, they will. Okay. Because I was thinking they might want to leave it around so they could copy it. Yeah, I'll choose Yorion. I can blink this, and when it would re-enter as Yorion and blink things again. This is very Jeskai match. Yep. You have a bird monk who is in the Jeskai. You have the spirit dragon, who is kind of like a manifestation of all things. New Jeskai. Knowledge. Leadership. Hanging out with Narset. Where's Narset? He's busy. Oh, can they recast Ephemerate again? Oh, that's sweet, because when you recast it, it's in exile. I don't think it'll rebound again, because it's a copy of the spell. But the original one goes to the graveyard after the rebound. Oh, cool. Palantir. Nice orb. Rebounds only from hand anyway. Oh. As it's cast from your hand. Would you look at that? Would I like them to draw a card? No, lose life. Always lose life. All I know is lose life. Oh my god, I finally got a land. What if they double block? Right, because it's all one target. Cool. Boop. Yeah, I know, you're gonna go crazy on these mice. And they make 2 more copies of 3 blind mice. Each of which makes another mouse. Mm-hmm. It's regular. Of course I'm gonna take the damage. I'm at 29. Put the biggest, meatiest spells you want on your graveyard on top. Lose life. Wow, yeah, those are pretty meaty. That sure does cost 7. I'm gonna hold this until there's a couple more mice and then use it as a board wipe, I think. Xho Cai. Just getting countered. Yeah, I noticed you didn't cast anything. Aw, 4 damage. There goes my cool Yorion that I was gonna use to blink my Overlord and blast more stuff. Fine. Helpful cat, hold the line. Will the mouse thing be infinitely scaling? Yes. It's going to double and double and double and double. It's gonna get messy over here quickly. Very, very messy. See how they run. Oh yeah, that makes 2 monk tokens. Oh, that's more damage than I want to deal with. I'll surveil, see what's on top of my deck. I have an extra turn spell in the graveyard. I have Time Warp, but I won't have enough mana for it. So this is in essence a land. Put it in the graveyard. This will make my next spell cost less, though. Block the thing that's dealing the most damage. Take a bunch of damage. Yeah, card draw is not real. And unfortunately, I have to let them draw off the Palantir. Mumble grumble. Hopefully, this resolves. Because if it doesn't, I'm in trouble. Sure, give me a discount. Skara!
This ends today.
It's just you and me, mouse token.
I'll finish this here and now.
Pop it. I think this is gonna get double buffed this next turn, though. Oh, cool. You're almost a creature. Yay! So this is getting sacrificed, right? And who else is going to 4? I'm trying to keep track of which ones are all which. There's a lot of 3 blind mice. Oh, Xho Cai goes to jail, so I cannot block this. Would I like to move this? No. R.I.P. Eternal Wanderer. You would have been awesome. Agent Archive. Cool. That should give them enough mana for Shiko next turn. They draw. You may have noticed I put a stop on my own end step. It is because I am going to be in danger here. I got the Narset. I'll play that as a land. Go to end step. The impending resolves. This becomes a creature. Nightclub Bouncer. I blink the Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Do I need to hit a token or can I hit their face? Because they're going to get double or triple buffed here. I think I have to hit a token. Okay, these ones are on 3. It'd be all 3 3s. Okay, I'll make them so they're attacking as 2 2s. All right. Little bit of a problem. They sure have an Imperious call ready too for Indestructo Mice. Oh my god. Oh my god. So they're all indestructible. They also have flying blockers. I'm blocking, I'm blocking, I'm blocking. I'd really like to be able to do something with this, but I can't anyway because these are all tokens. Oh, look at the draw card. And I think next turn I'm dead because there's a few blind mice. Like just a couple. 3 blind mice. Mm-hmm. Well, I got some, but it wasn't enough. Good game. This played out just like how CGB's Shiko deck did. I wonder if it is the same or a similar list. Are all of the mice blind? Yes. But there's a lot more than 3 of them. 13 blind mice, though. It doesn't sound quite as good. They have to target for all of these triggers. Tokens happen, tokens happen, tokens happen, tokens happen. Mm-hmm. Yup. Oh my god. Pachunk, 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 pachunk. Spacebar, hit me! I promise I don't have a free settle the wreckage. It's not there. Well, they're not attacking, so I guess I'll leave. Shame. I think it would have been cool to see all the damage happen. Sorin, Imperious, Bloodlord can cheat out a vampire, and he only costs 3 mana, so you can get him out on turn 1 if you have a dark ritual. I have a way to steal vampires. Well, make clones of them. I have bouncers, fluxes, and no red mana. I'm gonna keep because I want to steal a vampire. This is, I would say, one of my more like pet cards in this deck. I love Clone Crafter. I think it's real fun, and I like getting to steal stuff. Bringing out the Restless Anchorage. It can turn into a critter. And then Clone Crafter. I got Drana. It's pretty good. Alright, they stopped me from blinking Clone Crafter. That's fine, fair, and fun. Here's Drana, Liberator of Malakir. If they had a vampire out, I'd be a little more worried about this dying, because they have the ability to sacrifice vampires to just kill this, but usually the first thing Sorin does is cheat out a vampire. Who's it gonna be? Bloodline Keeper. It's a Vampire Lord, but only when it transforms. I could bounce it, I could kill it, I could do it all. I'm going to bring out Xho Cai. I'm gonna kill this guy to get lost. And I will blink Xho Cai with Xho Cai's ability. You have to hit a player. You do have to hit a player. Okay, so Drana at face, Xho Cai at Sorin. And my monsters grow! Will I be at MagicCon Atlanta? I will be at MagicCon Atlanta and at MagicCon Vegas. I'll be on stage, I think, on Sunday morning for MagicCon Vegas. And I have no plans other than bothering Voxy, my good friend, in Atlanta. Because it is her hometown and, well, that gives me the perfect excuse. Swinging in, swinging in, swinging in. What's on top of my deck? Land. No. I'll just bounce whatever's coming down. As we do. As we always have. I will also win. Because the Stolen Vampire curved perfectly with the rest of my deck. GG. Davriel Soul Broker. Davriel is a mono black control deck, usually with a bunch of different combo wins. This Davriel can discount your spells, make it so drawing cards gets you more stuff, and because it can get you card advantage and discounts and even reduce its own cost, you can oftentimes chain together some nasty black control spells, kill spells, discard spells, all that stuff. I'm gonna make sure that I am ready for it. I think I will be. So I could either hold up the mana drain here with the understanding that they might have a dark ritual, or I could play the arcane signet to try to lead up to a better next turn. So let's see. Okay, Cold Steel Heart. That is not a 3 mana for 1 mana, so they don't get this out on turn 2. I'm always afraid of it though, because I've seen it happen so many times. And now, I think I'm just passing the turn, or do I want to go for the ramp and the Xho Cai? You know what? I'm just going to bring out Xho Cai. They don't know what counterspell I have. They just know I'm a Jeskai deck, so I probably have counterspells. Now, this Davriel also has removal on it, but nobody really uses it. Yeah, they didn't even play Davriel. They went for the One Ring. I can't attack this. What's even the point? One Ring. Drawing cards. Goes really good with Sheoldred, who is a mainstay in Davriel decks. Dark Ritual? Okay. What you doing with all that mana? Okay. Actually, Shinji. I want the mana. I looked at my hand, I was like, I can cast so much garbage if I mana drain that. Like this garbage and this garbage. And why would I ever stop at the power 9 when we can instead have the power 18 in the deck? Go get him, Xho Cai. Crabomination will steal something at random from my hand or my graveyard. In response, I am going to use Solitude to hit it with... Let me just double check what's in our graveyard. It's the Dark Ritual. I will exile... Looking at what I have. No, I exile the Shiko. Top card of my deck, card from hand, card from graveyard. I wanted to make sure that they weren't getting the ability to blink the crab. That's why I was getting rid of it first. That's what they're gonna hit me with. The top card of my deck was Ancestral Recall, so they could just choose to draw 3. They, by the way, did get rid of their own One Ring so they would stop taking damage. It looks like they're gonna use Solitude, just take out my commander. That's fine. Xho Cai will return. They sign in blood, drawing, and raining. Own and control. Blood Farm Verge. Doesn't really matter. I guess it's depend on if they want to block the Solemn Simulacrum. Do it! Let me draw! Okay, they don't. I'll play Yorion, and I'm gonna go for a big old triple blink. A 1, a 2, a 3. By the way, I do have a blink spell in this deck that can blink stolen permanents and bring them back under my control. Yes, I would like more basic lands. Thank you. So now I have the power 27, which is a normal number of Black Lotuses to have in a deck. It's nice to have the cheap spells. They're really good for flickering with Xho Cai. And no other reason. Definitely has nothing to do with putting 3 Time Walks into my deck. My library is 110 cards right now. It's only illegal if I have more than 4 copies of a card. Yeah, that's definitely how it works. So they sacrificed my Stolen Solitude. They're playing Sheoldred. I'll sacrifice Solemn Simulacrum since it gets me a card when it dies. Yes, of course I would like to draw a card. Mox Ruby. I'm not surprised. They're reanimating the Stolen Solitude to exile Yorion. Okay. Oh, good Twitch chat. You need to help me here because I am genuinely moments away from putting another Power 9 into my library. But I think I simply cannot be helped. The addiction runs deep. Okay, I wanted to see what's on top. We have a Time Twister. I don't want Time Twister on top. I want more Power 9. I need more Power 9. Say make CGB proud. What? Controlling me during my next turn? Okay, so preemptively, I'm going to kill my own Xho Cai and put it back into the command zone so they cannot do the same thing but leave it in exile. It is one of those things where it's like, there are so many ways that they could permanently exile my commander or leave it in the graveyard. I do not want to deal with that. Does it shuffle when it adds the Power 9? Yes. Also, there's now 116 cards in the library. They can get any creature with a toughness of 2 or less, which is a large amount of my deck. Not sure if any of it would be, like, abusable for them, or do you just fail to find? Yeah, I think failing to find is the right choice for them. If you're willing to take 2 more damage, you can also do a silly scry here. By the way, Worst Fears, I don't get an extra turn after it. Yeah, they could have Snapcastered, gotten Snapcaster, and used it to Fateful Absence the Oracle or the Recruiter. That would have worked. They still have not played Davriel. I wonder if they're just, like, acquiring combo pieces. They did tutor, but I think they tutored for the Worst Fears. All right, offers and conditions. Let's see what they get. It's taking them a minute to decide. Must have some weird choices then. Or it's like too many good choices, too much of a good thing. Draw 3 cards, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each creature you control. Yeah, what creatures? What creatures you control? Was that Ruby? Make this cost 1 less. Pretty sure they have a kill spell because they're a mono black deck. Harvester of Misery. Oh, it doesn't kill. Link the Recruiter to get some more value. Oh, so many beautiful choices. Thinking about maybe some card advantage, maybe some removal. Being able to see their hand would be nice, too. Let's go Skyclave Apparition. Going for a card advantage would be nice because I know I have so many copies of the Power 9 in my deck. And I wanted it to be a cheap spell. I could have also gone for like Snapcaster to recast one of these from the graveyard. If I could have held up the mana drain, I probably would have done that. But I have 1 mana and it's red. Hey, at least red is actually a color in my deck. I could have gotten like Mox Emeralds or something. You got Harvester of Misery and Jinji, the Midnight Sky. Congratulations. They could play Jinji and then kill it to, I guess, get my Solitude and exile Xho Cai. That's a thing they could do. Harvester of Misery. Going to kill the Recruiter of the Guard when it enters. Pretty nice. They still have 4 or 5 mana left. Callous Blood Mage. Do you want to exile my graveyard? Knowing that I have many ways to recur things. Nope, just drawing a card, losing a life. Yep. Dowerport Mage. Time Walk. Flicker. Draw a card. And maybe do that again. We'll see. GG, Davriel. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Xho Cai showed up and had a lot of fun. I really like getting the blink things, and I tried to put a couple spells in here that I'm not putting into every single one of my blink decks, but it's hard to resist when so many of them are so good together. If you want to make this deck like almost entirely about looping extra turns, you could. If you want to make this mostly 1 and 2 drops to get more triggers out of Xho Cai, you can. I found that this deck was a really good balance of different blink things, and having that like extra damage on the top is really nice too. This deck is also just like doing tempo things. You can put even more counter spells in for more potential blinks off Xho Cai. You get the discounts. You don't even really need to lean that much into the blink, though I love blink decks, so I absolutely did. If you're looking for this deck list, it's in the description of the video, and if you would like to see another Commander brewed or updated, let me know. There are a lot of them. I got through actually almost every legendary in like Tarkir Dragonstorm and Tarkir Dragonstorm Commander and Tarkir Dragonstorm Alchemy. So congratulations me, I didn't build Tai Gam because I didn't just want oops all counter spells and extra turns, but I did do almost every other one, so I am now ready to start updating other decks. I've been revisiting some old classics. I'm going to keep going through some of my other favorites, and I'm also getting ready for the next set, which is Final Fantasy, which has over 100 legendary creatures in it. So yeah, there's a lot of them. Let me know if there's one you want to see. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.